Sedghian, and welcome to my video presentation of this week's discussion board. So I've chosen a scenario from the book. The scenario is, as the manager of a small FBO, you're considering acquiring some additional aircraft to support additional uses. Your FBO currently offers only flight instruction and fuel sales. What additional uses of GA aircraft might you consider? So it's a very great question. It is a real life scenario that we might have to deal with. So as far as other possible applications of general aviation aircraft goes, I've picked three, which is going to be aircraft rentals, sightseeing operations, as well as parachute jumping operations. And I've also considered the area in which I reside currently, and that is Virginia. Cessna aircraft, Cessna 150, 172, and 182 are the ones that I've chosen for this project. I've chosen the Cessna 150 because it is affordable to operate and it is familiar to many pilots. So Cessna 172 is the most used and the most produced aircraft, which means that the maintenance on it will be very affordable, and a lot of people know how to fly it. Most people started their flight training in a Cessna 172. And a Cessna 182, it is a powerful and reliable aircraft, and a lot of pilots are also familiar with it. So I've chosen to go with a Cessna fleet for the reasons that it is the fixed cost for 31.33 per flight hour for a Cessna 182, as well as a variable cost of 68.60 per flight hour. That comes out to almost $100 an hour of operating cost for a very powerful aircraft. And we can also reduce these costs if we are able to standardize the fleet, make some contracting deals with mechanics to have them work on our aircraft exclusively. As far as sightseeing operations go, I would go with any of the Cessna aircraft. Mainly, I would like to use Cessna 150s and 172, depending on how many passengers we're taking. The 150 is, of course, going to be cheaper, but also it has less power, so we are limited. They can carry up to 3 passengers in the Cessna 172. It is a high-wing aircraft, and which means we have good views of the ground. So if you're going for a sightseeing operation, we are probably going to benefit from the high wing configuration. And as we mentioned before, the operational costs are also very low. As far as parachute jumping operations go, we're probably going to want to go with the Cessna 182. Cessna 182 is very powerful. It is commonly used for parachute jumping operations. It can be modified in the back. All the seats can be removed, and it only requires one pilot. And again, if we have Cessnas and aircrafts that know how to work on Cessnas, we can reduce our operational costs even furthermore. And also in this area, parachute jumping is a very popular activity. We have airports such as Dinwiddie and PVG that offer parachute jumping, and those guys are doing pretty well. Now for our FBO, we've gone with Vantage Air, which is located in Chesterfield Airport here, right outside of Richmond. Here's a little picture outside of it. As you see, there's not a lot of businesses around the airport. The airport does have a little cafeteria, and the cafeteria is popular. However, they're not able to serve quality food for this type of customer that flies into Chesterfield Airport. In order to increase popularity and traffic through this airport, I think displaying unique aircraft such as the P-51 would be good. Children love these aircraft, which will bring their parents into the airport as well. And we can also make a library in this airport. There is room available. An aviation-themed library will be very good for the youth that are interested in aviation. And this will help them to stay interested and hopefully start training at Chesterfield Airport at Vantage Aviation once they are of age. And we also have a Civil Air Patrol in that airport, and Vantage Air can actually use their position to introduce more people to the Civil Air Patrol. And I was also considering the idea of utilizing an old inoperable commercial aircraft, such as a 747 or a 777, and convert it into a restaurant. That idea has been done before in other places, but on a very minimal level. I think I would like to take that to the next level and have all the tables set inside of the aircraft. It is not going to be a cheap investment. However, I think it would be very unique. There is nothing like it around here. And it could help increase transient aircraft as well as foot traffic into the airport. We don't only need pilots to fly into the airport. We could also use non people that are not pilots coming in and being introduced. This will increase interest, and we might get more students out of those people. Psalm 37:5-6 says, "Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in him, and he will do this. He will make your righteous reward shine like the dawn." This is a beautiful verse, and I love to remind myself of this verse every time I'm about to make a business decision and such. Here's my references, and thank you again for watching. Have a great day.